On the near outskirts of Baku, oil derricks endlessly probing below the surface. These oil fields attest to Azerbaijan's deep history with extraction. For hundreds of years, the Absheron Peninsula, rich in black gold, has delivered wealth to these lands. A quick scan of Baku's audacious architecture shows that the fossil fuel business is still going strong.
Baku is a city built on oil. This city's striking skyline would not have been possible without the country's rich natural resources. But as COP president, its fossil fuel legacy will collide with global demands for a green transition.
Oil is a tough habit to break in this part of the world. For generations, it has powered the economy. Oil and gas make up 90% of the country's exports and about half of its GDP. Most of the industrial activity these days is offshore in the expanse of the Caspian Sea. But the oil story is not what it once was in Azerbaijan. From its peak in 2009, daily crude oil production has halved.
Ancaq biz kifayət qədər bu azalır və bundan sonra da azalmağa doğru gedəcək. Yəni o zamanacan gedəcək ki, kommersiya baxımından o nefti çıxartmaq artıq rentabelli olmayacaq. İndi bu 2045-də olacaq, 2040-da olacaq, 50-də olacaq. O həmən dövrdə neftin qiyməti və onun xərcləri ona bağlı olacaq.
As global climate change negotiations descend on Baku, Azerbaijan's COP leadership says the country is ready to embrace the global shifts towards clean energy technology.
In terms of production of hydrocarbons, there's a downward trend, and this is deliberate policy in Azerbaijan. But at the same time, what we are doing, we are investing the resources that we earn through hydrocarbons into green energy now. From the start to the end, I think we have been at the forefront of all energy revolutions. And those revolutions were very significant in terms of creating the current civilization. But then as we realized that way of development, and Azerbaijan was not one of the main beneficiaries, definitely, but we were part of the process somehow. And as we see that traditional way of development now destroying the world, I think we are very ready to become part of this third energy revolution and be at the forefront of this third energy, green energy revolution, if you like.
About 80 kilometres south of the capital, the newest addition to the country's energy arsenal. A vast solar plant that stretches across 550 hectares, developed by Masdar Clean Energy from the United Arab Emirates. It consists of more than 500,000 individual panels, absorbing the sun in a location that feels it intensely year-round.
And our plant is fully integrated to Azerbaijani grid. If you consider that this is the first biggest project in the region, actually it is very important for the government, because governments have a goals to reach 30% of its generation comes from the totally renewables, and as a master, we fully support the government to reach their goal.
Experts say Azerbaijan's moves in the energy space are not so much altruistic, but pragmatic and driven by regional economics. Clean energy is being directed towards the power-intensive oil sector, replacing the use of natural gas, which can then be exported instead.
Just because realization that maybe tomorrow Western countries stop to buying oil and gas. It's the first of it's predictable. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not day after tomorrow, but in probably in predictable future, and it's understandable. And at the same time, if you have renewable resources here, why not? Why not to use it put in right place and use it and maybe export more oil and gas.
More broadly, diversification of the economy is an ongoing challenge. When global oil prices dip, it can lead to domestic instability and fiscal pressures.
Each time when we are faced with oil price drop, government accept some programs, strategic programs, something roadmaps for the changing, for the diversification, for example, in 2016, in 2021. And every time we are speaking about this, government speaking about this, government starting to speak about this. But in 1-2 years, oil price started to increase and everyone forget about it. The same thing happened with the gas. And I don't know what our government trying to do, but we haven't any strategy about what we'll do in the future.
COP29 has shone a spotlight on crucial decisions needed to be made about the direction of the country. The fossil fuel sector appears far from finished. So, will it be a green new path, or a reliance on the legacy fuels of the past?